So, I just kind of realized that we really didn't talk about your actual crime, like how it went down or like what it actually
Oh
was.
yeah,
You just kind of said that you were going to go
yeah,
rob the drug dealer.
yeah. This
Like,
is how it happened. It was we were in obviously Spokane, Washington, where I lived, and I had this boy I was dealing with, and my cousin. I talked to him because he was living in Montana, because we would shoot back and forth from there, making money or whatever. And so my cousin said that this dude was over there, selling in our spot. And so I was like, so I told my boy,
mm-hmm.
and so we came up with this little plan to, you know, go over there and rob, get him. You know what I'm saying? He's in our
Mm-hmm.
spot. Let's get him. And so I ended up getting like two of my friends involved, which was, the bad thing to do is to get more people involved because then
Yes.
that's more mistakes and a lot of mess ups. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it ended up being my two friends and then obviously her dude, which he was like a meth head. And at the time I
Oh,
had
yeah.
no, I should have known better, but I had no idea he was on meth. You know what I'm saying? I was trusting my friend or whatever to go with my dude or whatever. And so me and my friend are sitting in the alleyway. Well, the dude and his friend and my girl's boyfriend. So those three, one goes in the back, and the other two go through the front of this. It's like
Trap.
kind of like a duplex type thing because there's like a breezy way to another apartment because my cousin actually lived in that other apartment that was in the breezeway, and so we're next door in the other one. And so I'm sitting in the car with my homegirl, and she actually has her kid in the back. And see, not thinking it, were you just not? Now that I think about it, it's like, what were you doing? What were you thinking? What would you think was going to happen? You think somebody's just going to let you take their stuff without a fight,
Yeah,
right?
no, especially not a drug dealer.
Yeah. So at some point, he obviously got word that we were coming because he ended up not even being there,
Oh, so it was
right?
just all bad.
And took his safe and whatever else, everything that we were supposed to take. And so the guys run in there, kick in the back door. Like I seen it. Like I seen the guy, which was my friend's boyfriend. I seen him kick in the back door. I could hear screaming because obviously the other ones came through the front door. So I heard screaming. So then I knew that there was kids in the house,
Oh,
and somehow in the transaction, all I heard was a screaming, and I just like went away. I'm just in the car somehow because it's in the report now that my cousin had came through the breezeway because his girlfriend was in that house. So he went over there to see what the hell was going on. He had no idea that my people were in there. He goes in
I see, I
there,
see, I see, I see.
stabbed by my homegirl's methed up boyfriend.
So everything just went bad.
Everything was just it was chaos. It was just we got nothing. It was just people just obviously we lost a life. That's it. It
Yeah,
was just
yeah.
senseless.
It was, yeah,
And
waste of freaking everything.
yeah, and so eventually it took like 4 months for them to get us because it
Oh.
trickled because there was like one other girl, this girl, that girl, and then those guys, and then
So basically, everybody
obviously
kind of
me.
told.
Yeah, so it was a trickle effect,
Got it, got
and
it, got it.
so my it's my cousin. You know what I'm saying? So I had to tell my side of the story to let my family know that I had no idea that that was going to happen because they still put the blame on me,
Oh, that
like
sucks. I'm
his
sorry.
mom and which I get it because they were my people and obviously we had the idea all together
Yeah.
and so
And that's really
it
something
ended up we all got locked up and
hard
they
to deal
actually
with.
guys actually ran when they got a bond like they finally got to like pay out like
Yeah.
because it was like $100,000 bond and they actually paid out and actually ran because obviously they were from somewhere else. They were from actually Cali,
Okay.
and so we ended up getting sentenced in without them, obviously, because they were
Mm.
MIA.
Yeah, yeah,
But I
yeah.
still don't know till this day whatever happened to them. You know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah. That sucks. That you had to deal with that of losing your cousin, and that should I'm sure that's just fucking hard on you. Like I don't think that's
that's still this day. I'm like, that's crazy. Like he had a baby on the way.
yeah,
It
yeah,
was
rough.
and then reading the report and actually seeing like with stab wounds. It wasn't just one. It was, and he was actually trying to go somewhere. He actually went to like another apartment. He was bleeding out, and it just
Just a
it was
hot
like really descriptive, and it just really like, and I couldn't read it all because it was just too much. I'm just like, this is just messed
messed
up.
up, and you're
This is
so
not
young. You were so young. It's just like just from one minute to another, like everything just changes.
everything.
And now
Yeah.
you're in Texas, getting
Me and
situated.
the new girl, how they say the new meat, and everybody trying to get on you, like, and they're like, just don't take anything from anybody because you're gonna owe them. They're gonna think
Uh huh.
you're.
Yes.
So you got to be careful. And which, yeah, there was a lot of people trying to. But
You
I ended
wanna.
up finding some good people that actually took me in, which was a native lady, and showed me around. And I went directly to the library, got me some books, and I read a lot.
Yeah, you're always been kind. You're always quiet. You just did your own thing. Just did your own thing. You're dumb. Okay. What was your program like besides
My
reading?
program.
Like in like Texas, like did you work out? I know your ass didn't fucking work out.
No, I used to do that. I used to just walk the track. I just walk, walk, walk because it like released a lot of, because I had a lot of thoughts, a lot of thinking. So I would just get out there by myself and just walk, walk until they shut it down. Get out there. I was always outside.
Okay.
I stayed out on the pound.
Uh, did you have any girlfriends in Texas?
Yeah, I had a few. I even had an older broad. My first one was an older broad. She was like 10 years older than me. Like I was 23 and she was like 33, I think.
Fuck.
Or, um,
So
and
you
I don't
always
know why I was head over heels with her. Maybe because it was like my
like your first.
first girlfriend, and but it was just, now that I look back, I'm like, what are you thinking? Disgusting.
Oh. So how long did you do in Texas?
I was there for like 3 years before I went to Wasika when they like pulled the buses because it was going from a men's prison to a female
Uh
prison.
huh.
Remember?
Yeah, I do
The
remember.
men's, and so then I went there and I stayed there. Good conduct. I was very good there, except like a couple times I ended up in the shoe
Because of your
because
girlfriend.
of, was a shoe.
Because of Suge.
Had a
Suge was
put hands on
nice.
her, shut her mouth.
Suge was nice. I like Suge.
Mouth on her, and she just didn't know how to act. So I went to the shoe a few times over her, but we ended up, they were
Yeah, because
able, they couldn't like, I didn't ever say anything. She didn't say anything. So they had let us go at some point, if you don't
yeah,
say anything.
because I was there for like 4 years, almost 4 years, I think. So we were. How long were you there for? Like three something
I
too,
think
huh?
I was there for 2.5 almost, because I had to get some good clear conduct before I could like put in for a transfer, because I was going to California to get closer to home. So I ended up being able to go to California. I left. Don't you remember when I left? Or you
Yeah.
left before me?
Well, you left, and I was crying so hard. I ran to the window. I was like, "No,
It feels
Tosh."
so weird,
It
like
was so
having
sad. Like I don't
cleaned
think
up
I
and
ever
done.
cried like that. Like for a friend. Like because we were so close. Like
I
every day. Remember
know.
this one?
Oh, I remember just cracking up all the time. I had fun.
We had good times. We
You
definitely had good
don't have
times.
fun in prison. You wouldn't think you would. You know what I'm saying? But you could make good times,
No,
and
we
you could
definitely
find
made
good
good
people.
times.